Be proud of what you have accomplished this year. You were the first team ever from your high school to play for the state championship, and you have much to be proud of.
We're going to say, fellas, we're so very, very proud of what you've accomplished.
Be proud of what you have accomplished this year in the Division II basketball tournament.
We've completed 4 weeks of Division I tournament play, and you're still undefeated, which means you've earned the right to be called state champion.
Athletic Association Girls Basketball Championship Games. From historic St. John Arena in Columbus, Ohio, it's the Division II State Championship game between Roger Bacon from Cincinnati and Elida. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to State Championship basketball action on Sports Channel. I'm Randy Reinhardt. Sit back, relax, get the pretzels. We've got a full day of basketball coming your way. 4 live state championship games right here. Joining me to call the action is a man that knows just about everything you need to know about high school basketball in the state of Ohio. Bill Needle. Bill, welcome.
Randy, thank you very much. I'm not sure that I know everything there is to know, but we'll do our best to make sure that it's entertaining, informative, and people will have a good time here on Sports Channel for all 4 of the games.
Let's talk about Roger Bacon, 27-0 on the season, number 2 in the state. Touch on their road to the state championship game.
The Roger Bacon road to the state championship game has been rocky for their opponents. 30.8 points per game. That's all the Lady Spartans allow. In the course of the tournament, they may have the best defense that girls basketball in Ohio has ever seen.
And they certainly have a player that is all-state, and Jenny Mueller, she is something else for Roger Bacon.
Jenny Mueller, 18.8 points a game. She's a lefty. Watch her footwork. She has an uncanny ability to get her defender on her hip and get to the glass, an outstanding offensive player.
She has a twin sister, Sarah, and she's a righty. Figure that one out. When you talk about the team from Elida, Vicky Mock has done an outstanding job. This team is 25-0, number 3 in the state, and they had an interesting road to the finals.
It almost wasn't the road to Columbus. It almost got stopped by Canton Central Catholic. If it weren't for the play of Myanda Watts with less than 2 seconds to go with an offensive rebound and putback, Elida might not be here.
And on the Autobahn to St. John, Chrissy Billiter has been a force, especially in the state semifinals. She has been something else for this team all season long.
A lot of people score, a lot of people rebound, but Chrissy Billiter has a tremendous court sense. She has the ability to find people and get the ball to them when you're not expecting it.
And of course, we've got number 2 and number 3 in the state battling in the state championship game. Bill, that is because number 1 in Division II, Trinity, fell by the wayside.
We will be touching on that throughout the course of this Division II game. A big upset, nationally ranked Trinity Trojans.
In fact, 3 of the number 1 teams in the state have fallen already. Only 1 remains. Right now, the matter at hand is the Division II state championship game. Roger Bacon taking on Elida. Back with the tip-off here on Sports Channel right after this. Stay tuned.
North Coast Basketball Camps offers a variety of specialized instructional camps for girls from grades 4 through 12. The camps are tailored to meet the needs of all players and include fundamentals camps, special skills camps for post players, point guard, off guard camps, shooting improvement camps, and competition camps for players who want to compete against top players in an intense atmosphere. For more information, contact North Coast Basketball Camps and start your quest of becoming one of tomorrow's top players today.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
We'd like you to try Ponderosa.
Lois!
Extra, extra. Ponderosa's tender, juicy, extra-cut ribeye steak is here. Try our delicious extra-cut ribeye steak dinner, including our world-famous all-you-can-eat grand buffet and Sunday bar. All for one low price. But hurry, offer in soon.
Gee, should we?
Yeah.
Nancy, 3 more?
Ponderosa, it's time you got your money's worth.
Discover the amazing training secrets of America's finest baseball school with Dynamic Practice Organization, a revolutionary new instructional videotape. Dynamic Practice Organization features professional scout and instructor Tommy Mansky with his famous building block approach to athletic training. This exciting instructional videotape features the same drills, techniques, and methods that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Dynamic Practice Organization makes any coach look like a genius and organizes offensive and defensive practices that players of all ages and ability levels can't wait to attend. And immensely improves team communication skills and even conditioning. This is the instructional video that's a winner. To order your copy for only $29.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-282-5020. The Dynamic Practice Organization teaching video makes a great gift, too. Call now 1-800-282-5020.
Welcome back to St. John Arena for the Division II State Championship game between Roger Bacon and Elida. Time now to meet both teams, and here's public address announcer Wendy Craver.
Introducing the players for Elida High School, number 32, Nikki Hayfield. For Roger Bacon, number 45, Katie Bellinger. For Elida, number 42, Tracy Stewart. For the Lady Spartans, number 23, Kathy Gillette. For Elida, number 52, Jody Brock. For the brown and white, number 13, Katie Gutzweiler. For the Lady Dogs, number 10, Robin Hefner. For Roger Bacon, number 43, Lauren Clark. For the orange and black, number 34, Kelly Bryant. For the Lady Spartans, number 41, April Gary. For Elida, number 14, Jamie Cook. For Roger Bacon, number 25, Katie Ward. For Elida, number 50, Jenny Nichols. Introducing the starting five for Roger Bacon at forward, a 5'8" senior, number 15, Ann Schaefer. For Elida at forward, a 5'9" senior, number 22, Chrissy Miller. At forward for Roger Bacon, a 6-foot senior, number 35, Jenny Mueller. At forward for Elida, a 5'9" senior, number 44, Mayenda Watts. For the Lady Spartans, at center, a 6-foot senior, number 33, Sarah Mueller. At center for Elida, a 6'2" sophomore, number 20, Jennifer Phillips. At guard for Roger Bacon, a 5'6" junior, number 31, Stacy Sola. At guard for Elida, a 5'3" sophomore, number 12, Alicia Newberry. At guard for Roger Bacon, a 5'7" senior, number 21, Katie Kelsey. And at guard for Elida, a 5'6" senior, number 24, Trisha Light.
For the two teams in this matchup between Elida and Roger Bacon. And Bill, you look at these two teams, and you talked about Bacon and their defense, but you look at Elida and what they did in the semifinals, and I was so impressed, probably the most impressed I've ever been in a girls' state basketball game by a performance when Elida came back like they did out of the gate rapidly, got Garfield Heights Trinity on the ropes, never looked back. They were up 7-2 before you could turn around and moved on and knocked off the #1 team in the state. There are your starting lineups in this contest. For Roger Bacon, the Mueller twins inside. Watch for them. You like Katie Kelsey. I know she's a great player as well for the Lady Spartans.
Katie Kelsey is one of the best athletes we'll see all weekend, Randy. She plays the baseline on a 1-3-1. She plays the point guard on offense. She is fiery, she is inspirational, and she makes things happen. She is the leader on the floor for the Lady Spartans of Roger Bacon.
And watch for Alicia Newberry at the point as well for Elida. She was outstanding in that game against Trinity. She had 12 points, all in the second half, 6 out of 8 from the line, as Garfield Heights Trinity, number 6 in the nation, number 1 in Division II, fell in that contest. Now, Elida And Roger Bacon with the tip, and it's controlled by the Lady Spartans. This is Kelsey playing catch outside with Solman. We talked about the defense of Roger Bacon, but Elida, very, very good defensively as well. As from outside, Bacon gets on the board early with a tray in the person of number 15, Ann Schaefer. Billiter will come back the other way and launch. The shot is in and out, no good. Rebound knocked away. And we're going back the other way, 28 seconds into this contest.
Talking about the defense, when you come back, you'll see Elida matching up in the zone. Good perimeter shooting. If you can get good perimeter shooting from Roger Bacon, it's going to be a tough night because the double low post of the Mueller twins inside is going to put pressure on Elida's D.
From way outside, a tray nailed by Tricia Locke. She shoots 39% from three-point range on the season. We are knotted at 3 apiece. 45 seconds into this contest.
Good example of what Roger Bacon wants to do once they have a ball in transition.
There's Katie Kelsey from outside, and it is a battle of trays early on, Bill.
Outside shooting for Roger Bacon is going to make all the difference in the world because the inside game is very strong.
They shoot 35% from three-point range on this season. This is Billiter. Inside, Watts. She had a strong first half in that win over Trinity, but that shot is too strong. She takes it away, puts it up, got it!
Roger Bacon being rattled and pressed a little bit here by Elida, trapping in the corners. They'll call that one on Elida's number 20, Jennifer Phillips.
She picks up her first and team foul number 1, but you were touching on this with the Bacon defense. You think it is the most stifling defense maybe you've ever seen.
In girls basketball in Ohio, yes, and one way to get them out of their tempo is to do what Elida is doing, and that's coming out with the pressure defense all the way 100% full court. That may make them play a little bit faster than they want to play.
Jenny Mueller needs help. Takes it across the timeline herself. Schaefer with 6:25 left to go, and Bacon up by 1 at 6-5. The number 2 and 3 teams in the state in Division II locking horns in the championship game. From outside, Schaefer is short, and rebound into the hands of Tricia Locke, the 5'6" senior, who brings it back the other way for Elida, 25-0 on the season. Phillips going for the ball inside, and a push-off will be called on Roger Bacon with 6:08 left to go first quarter.
The height of Jennifer Phillips allows Elida to have a semblance of a post-up game inside. That'll put pressure on the big Mueller twins of Roger Bacon as well. There you get a good look at Sarah Mueller. She is the twin who is right-handed and who is not first-team All-Ohio.
Kelsey picks up the foul, her first, and team foul number 1. With 6:04 left to go, we will go back now to Roger Bacon. Tom Singleton, the head coach of Roger Bacon, in his 3rd year, a bit of a misnomer because he's been coaching for 22 seasons, a record of 70-9 at the school. We touched on Vicky Mock, taken away by Billiter. Chrissy sees a triple team, and she is called for the walk. Now, yesterday, she was able to penetrate, go through the double teams, but Bacon really squeezes you down, and she could not find the opening that time.
Chrissy Billiter's court says in great evidence there. She just materializes at various spots on the floor because she has some kind of link to know where the ball's going, even though nobody else does.
This is Schaefer with 5:48 left to go. Lady Spartans with a basketball and a 1-point lead.
They're matching up 2-3 are the Lady Dogs of Elida. Not a good job on the perimeter. They're trying to be conscious of the Roger Bacon inside, and they're giving up the outside three-pointers.
And Schaefer with her second tray of this contest, 9-5. Roger Bacon up by 4 with 5:27 left to go. This is Billiter. And Billiter is so dangerous anywhere on the court. Watts will draw a double team and still nail it from about 9.
Terrific patience on the turnaround jump shot in the paint by Myanda Watts. She didn't force it. She turned, got a look, and was able to drop it through nicely.
And that is what was so impressive in Elida's win over Trinity. Everybody was so poised in that first half. Big halves from Phillips in the first half, and Billiter, and then Newberry in the second half. Steal by Watts from 16, front of the iron. Rebound strong inside by Sarah Mueller.
It'll be interesting to see if Roger Bacon's able to pull the ball up and get into their half-court offense once they cross the half-court line. Elida trying to force Bacon out of its tempo.
Skip pass, knocked away. Newberry hunting for it. Alicia has it. She'll slow it down with 4:48 left to go. This is Locke, who will pop and nail the tray.
Interesting that All-Ohio Chrissy Billiter hasn't been forcing anything on offense, an example of her ability and talent.
2-on-1 now for Bacon back the other way. The shot is up and no good by Mueller. Rebound inside by her sister Sarah. Kicked around, fought for, and it's hunted down by Katie Kelsey. And one more time, Bacon will reload. trailing by 1, 4:18 left to go. Schaefer with her third three of the first quarter.
There are 3 outside shooters for Roger Bacon, and Schaefer may be the best of them all.
12-10, Bacon by 2. Phillips inside. Strong post move. Doesn't get it to roll, but she draws the foul with 4:02 left to go in the quarter.
Great offensive move by Jennifer Phillips. She dropped her inside shoulder. Watch her drop her left shoulder as she spins to the middle. The left shoulder goes down. There's the contact. Jennifer Phillips to the line for a pair.
Already Katie Kelsey now with 2 personal fouls in this contest, and Phillips goes to the line. She averages normally over 10 points per contest, Bill.
You cannot overestimate the importance of Katie Kelsey to the Roger Bacon Lady Spartans. And as far as stepping up big in a game that had to happen, sophomore Jennifer Phillips had 17 against Trinity Randy. 15 of those came in the first half.
And 10 boards as well in that contest. The lead down to 1 at 12-11. Halfway through the first quarter, the Division II state championship game. Glad to have you here on Sports Channel. Here's Katie Ward now with the basketball. This is Kelsey. Good ball movement. Launch back of the iron. Biller, great position inside for the rebound, and Stacy Salmon goes over the back to pick up her first foul and the team's third.
Chrissy Billiter averages about 6 rebounds a game. Watch the way she snatches the ball off the rim. Watch her go up strong. Watch her pull it down. Chrissy Billiter plays the game.
She can run 94 feet for 32 minutes. She never gets tired. We'll see a number of players like that, especially a young freshman we want to touch on later on in this tournament in Division III. You will not believe what you see. It's Fotmore hunted down on the takeaway by Salmon. Salmon, baseline for Katie Ward. 3:22 left to go. Bacon up by 1 at 12-11. And good defense on this possession shown by Elida. Skip pass over to Ann Schaefer. She's been hot from outside. Kelsey will stop and pop. That one is too strong. A rebound inside to Elida, but they call the push-off. Shot got up to number 24, Tricia Locke. That's her first.
Tricia Locke was caught out of position on the board. Gave a little push to the small of the back to clear for the rebound and got whistled by official Patrick Gaya.
Was joined out there by Robert Morgan for this Division II state championship game. Inside, Jenny Mueller over Phillips. Not this time. Billiter with the board.
Given the height advantage that Roger Bacon has, it's surprising to find out that they haven't been able to get the ball into the paint as much as their height would indicate.
Give credit to the defense for Elida. 2 rebounds now for Chrissy in this contest. She's got it from 22 feet.
That's a 1-3-1 on defense by Roger Bacon.
And Watts loses the handle, but she was shoved inside, so they draw the foul with 2:44 left to go here in quarter number 1. Shot it up to Stacy Salmon.
Elida is able to enter the ball against the defense of Roger Bacon. And watch how quickly Mayanda Watts turns and penetrates and breaks down the defense. That quickness is the key to forcing a zone to collapse, and that's what made it happen, Mayanda Watts' quickness.
April Gary will check into the contest, and Stacy Salmon will check out with 2 fouls as you look at Tom Singleton, the 3rd year, leading the Lady Spartans on the rebound. This is Kelsey back the other way. Locke trying to hawk her. Now it's brought back out by Katie Ward. Inside, double team on Gary. Shot blocked. We come back the other way, and this is Builder. Good defense. Both teams, even though the score's 12-11 with 2:24 playing great defense inside, Bill. Nice post-entry pass to Phillips, but a great double team by the Spartans as they move down to the basketball. And on the turnover, here comes Roger Bacon back the other way. Baseline, this is Schaefer.
They're really working hard on the low post against Jenny Mueller. And Elida is a little bit vulnerable on the perimeter.
Launch from 3-point range by Kelsey, not this time, but it's hunted down by Jenny Mueller.
That could be the difference, Randy. Second shot opportunities. That's the 3rd time down the floor, and here's another time that they'll get more than 2 opportunities to score.
Ward got her own rebound. 1:44, you can see time remaining first quarter. Launch from way outside, in and out again for Ward. She had 2 shots and 2 rebounds on that possession, and with 1:35 left to go, here comes Billiter. Baseline blocked off, called the foul on Roger Bacon, chalk it up to Katie Ward.
Terrific stop-and-go move on the individual side by Chrissy Billiter. She drew the foul because she had a hesitation move at the foul line extended and got her defender, Katie Ward, out of rhythm, and then picked up the dribble again and was able to draw the foul because Katie Ward was stumbling all over her.
Talk to Both head coaches, and they said the one thing you can't realize about Chrissy Billiter is that quick first step. Maybe the quickest you'll see in this entire tournament. 1:31 left to go. This is Newberry. Locke has the range outside. Billiter, she's a double team, puts it up anyway, and she draws the foul with 1:23 left.
Both of the players who play on the low block for Elida have an excellent quickness against the zone of Roger Bacon. We saw Myanda Watts earlier this quarter. We now see Chrissy Billiter. Watch Chrissy Billiter spin to the baseline. Jenny Mueller was caught up in the air as Chrissy Billiter goes by. Chrissy Billiter attempted 19 free throws against Trinity Randy, hit 13 of them, hit 9 free throws in the fourth quarter. She's used to being at the line.
She was the rock for the team in the second half of that contest. She'll have another from the line as Jenny Mueller picks up the foul. We stay knotted now at 12 with 1:20 left to go first quarter. Here comes April Gary back the other way. The 5'7" junior needs help. Schaefer, skip pass. Gets it back.
Another second shot opportunity for Roger Bacon. They'll be going to the line on this one.
The other thing they do very well, Bill, is they go weak side better and really block out inside. That's something that Tom Singleton really stresses. Go to that weak side. 9 out of 10 times the ball's going to bounce to the other side.
A lot of people say that you really can't set screens or play pick and roll against a zone. Well, you really can't. But where screens come effectively against a zone is that you screen the zone from rotating back across the floor. So you can actually set a screen. It doesn't set up any offensive move, but it frees a jump shooter.
Amanda Watts picks up her first personal foul, and Geary will have one more from the line. She averages just about 7 a contest. A great athlete. And a great track star at Roger Bacon as well. Gets the rebound, puts it back up, not this time. Fought for, and Watts strong with the board inside for the Lady Dogs. Looking to hunt right now with 1 minute left first quarter, knotted at 12. The amazing thing, too, about Elida is the role players that they have. And I don't mean role in the sense that they have to be secondary. Everybody can be a star for that team out there, and they proved that in the win over Trinity. A walk is called. We'll go back to Bacon.
One thing about role playing is knowing that you don't try to do things that you're unable to do. That defines your role. And a good offense, the one that Vicky Mock has designed, allows the people to do the things that they do the best.
She's in her 8th year. Co-coach of the year in Division II. She's got a career record of 150 and 37. Launched from way outside by Ward, not this time, and Watts with a rebound. Half a minute left, first quarter, still tied at 12. Division II state championship game. Randy Reinhardt and Bill Needle on Sports Channel. Billiter from way outside. Rebound hauled down by Locke. She'll put it up, no good. Flat four inside by Jenny Nichols. And she draws the foul with just over 18 seconds left in the quarter.
Elida has very good quickness as a group. They are able to get the ball off the glass and get to the ball quicker. Watch how quickly Jenny Nichols gets to this rebound. It's quickness, not necessarily height, not necessarily jumping ability. Randy, you know better than I. What is it? 95% of all rebounds are taken below the rim.
That's right.
You don't have to go up there 15 feet in the air to get rebounds. You just have to get to the point of the ball quicker.
Schaefer with the foul, and Bill already, that is team foul number 7 in this contest on Roger Bacon, as Nichols will have one more, averaging just under 10 per contest on the season for the Lady Dogs.
Elida went to the free throw line 44 times on Thursday against Trinity, and you can see that they're already making a habit of it thus far in the first period.
And you would assume that Roger Bacon would wait for one. If this was Sherwood Fairview, I would not say that.
Sherwood Fairview would have shot the ball 5 times by now.
We'll see them later on. 4 live state championship games here on Sports Channel. Division II followed by 1, then 4, then 3. And Ward will put it up just before the buzzer. And she gets it to fall in the last second. And the Lady Spartans will take the lead after the first 8 minutes of play. Roger Bacon up 14-13. Back with more here on Sports Channel right after this. Stay tuned.
Now, a few words from Archie Bunker on evolution.
We didn't crawl out from under no rocks. We didn't have no tails. And we didn't come from monkeys, you atheistic pinko meathead.
Archie Bunker on gun control.
Did you know that 65% of the people murdered in the last 10 years were killed by handguns?
Would it make you feel any better, little girl, if they was pushed out of windows?
And now Archie Bunker on video cassette with All in the Family, the Collector's Edition. The Emmy-winning sitcom that broke all the rules. Yours for only $4.95 plus shipping and handling for your first 4-episode video cassette. Now you can experience the legendary wisdom of America's foremost expert on everything. Archie Bunker on politics.
That's Salvatore, Feldman, O'Reilly, Nelson. It's an Italian, a Jew, an Irishman, and a regular American. what I call a balanced ticket.
You'll even hear from Archie on the job.
To get your first 4-episode video for only $4.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free now, 1-800-453-7700.
8 minutes in the book. Division II state championship game. Roger Bacon leads 14-13. And Bill, what a performance by Ann Schaefer in the first quarter. 3 out of 5 from three-point range.
10 three-point field goal attempts by the Lady Spartans in the first period, Randy. That's a lot when you consider there is a double low post involving 2 6-foot Mueller twins.
This is Phillips outside for Elida. Newberry, Locke, Watts, and Billiter join her out there as we start the second stanza. Newberry will launch. Too strong that time, and the rebound pulled down by the Lady Spartans in the person of Katie Ward. Touchdown pass for Schaefer inside, knocked away. Great defense by Myanda Watts.
Myanda Watts came up strong on the backside to knock away a sure basket. Good transition play by Cincinnati Roger Bacon, who has not indicated throughout the year that they are very anxious to get out and run the ball.
Good point. Baseline. And nailed for 3 by Katie Kelsey. So yet another tray for the Lady Spartans. And if you're Elida and Vicky Mock, do you change anything defensively now?
Yeah, you change what you thought you were going to start out with. I'm sure they thought that Cincinnati was going to go inside low to the Twins. And it's the outside shooting of Kelsey and Schaefer that has really made all the difference.
And a whistle and a 10 count. Roger Bacon did not cross the timeline in 10 seconds, so it will go back now to Elida. As you look at Tom Singleton, what a job he's done. He will turn 44 on March the 22nd. A teacher during the day at a different school, in fact, at Hughes Center, an alternative school in the Cincinnati Public Schools, teaches college prep math.
Spent a number of years as a boys assistant at Roger Bacon as well before taking over the girls program.
When they won the state championship back in the early 80s. This is Billiter, 6:40 left to go. Bacon up by 4 now. It's 17-13. Needs help in the person of Tricia Locke. Offensively, a good spurt from her in this contest. She's got 6 already. Watts hunts it down, and she stepped out of bounds.
Randy, we had talked about the defense of Roger Bacon. You'll notice that Chrissy Billiter is really being taken out of the offense. If Tom Singleton is going to get beat, he's going to get beat by somebody other than Elida's All-State player.
Kelsey needs some help. Dangerous pass. Geary hunts it down just in time. It's a 4-on-3, but the Lady Spartans will back it out now with 6:18 left to go in the first half. They are number 2 in the state, playing the team in Elida ranked number 3.
One of the reasons that Roger Bacon is able to score the threes the way they have is that they have very good spacing on the court. Notice how wide the brown jerseys are spread out on your screen. That takes a lot of strength and a lot of quickness to be able to move the ball around the perimeter the way they do. That's why they're getting the threes, and that's why they're ahead by 4.
And, you know, when you look at all these teams here in the finals, we've seen some great, outstanding individual performances, but it's been the teams that have really made it to the championship games. We've seen some great Division I players that are not here in this championship game, and Division II, and Division III and 4, but the units that have meshed and molded and played as 5 out there are the teams that have made it to the championship. Launch from way outside, and guess who? Annie Schaefer goes long distance one more time for another tray, her 4th in this contest. She's got 12 points.
I know you talk a lot to the young people playing in these games, Randy. I suppose if you asked Ann Schaefer her favorite number, I'm sure it would be 3.
5:32 left to go. 20-13. Bacon, the largest lead of this contest, at 7 points. Billiter, as you said, effectively taken out of this contest by the defense of Roger Bacon. She will penetrate this time. She cannot get the roll, and she might have gone over the back for the foul. She did.
First vestige of frustration now in the game of Chrissy Billiter. Not a bad drive to the hoop, but the frustration fouling after the missed shot. There you have it.
See the numbers from the field in this contest. And remember, for the Lady Spartans, they've taken a number of shots from three-point range. They have taken 12 attempts from three-point range in this contest, and Elida will burn a timeout there first in this game. They have 3 remaining. Roger Bacon with their full complement of 4 timeouts with 5:19 left to go. Timeout taken by Vicky Mock. What can she adjust in her huddle right now with her team?
Well, I think that she may have to gamble a little bit, Randy, on going out and getting the three-point shooters, because as they move their zone, as their matchup zone moves back and forth from side to side, they're getting screened by the big girls of Cincinnati Roger Bacon. The Mueller twins doing a heck of a job setting the screens to free up the wing jump shooters who are hitting the threes. So she may have to gamble on adjusting that defense, either go into a 1-3-1 without a matchup on the 2-3, maybe even going a little bit of man-to-man. It's tough to pick them up in transition, though, when you're going full court pressure the way Elida is. As far as what Roger Bacon is doing, I think you don't change a doggone thing. Just put the ball in the hands of Ann Schaefer. And one of the important things to keep in mind, you've got to know where she is on the floor, because she's not always at the same spot on the floor when she gets the ball.
She averages 12, Bill. She's got 12 in this contest. 18 of their 20 points have been on three-pointers so far in this contest. 20-13 to score. Bacon with the basketball and a 7-point lead. Ward looking for some help. Gets it back out to Kelsey. She will launch. Not get the bounce that time, and Phillips with the board. Newberry can't get there for the outlet. It was taken away by Kelsey, and she'll set up one more time.
She did not like the looks of all the white jerseys that were facing her. She pulled it out, the example of her senior leadership. They were here last year, lost a buzzer beater to Avon Lake for the girls' Division II title.
Meanwhile, Elida was here in the state final game against Trinity in 1990 and lost by 10 at 70-60.
Ann Schaefer just hit another one.
She is on fire. The lead now up to 10. And again, maybe some frustration. A quick shot by Elida will go back the other way with 4:32 left to go. If you're Vicky Mock, you already took one timeout. Do you think about another one?
No, I think you're going to have to let them play their way out of this, because the game has a way of coming back to you. I wouldn't worry about the timeouts right now. There's a turnover, and that makes a difference.
Locke inside for Phillips. Knocked away. A great hustle play by April Gary. You see why now she's called the best athlete on the team for the Lady Spartans.
April Gary leaves after doing an outstanding job as a substitute for Sarah Mueller. Here you see April Gary hustling down the middle, knocking the ball away. Tremendous contribution by April Gary thus far in the first half, Randy. She took away the paint. She gave away a number of inches to Jennifer Phillips, but she took Jennifer Phillips out of the game in the paint, and that's made a difference.
Billiter is back in. Jamie Cook will take a seat. Shot goes astray for Elida, but the Lady Dogs will get it back. Elida is located in the Northwest District in Allen County. We said number 3 in the state, and of course Roger Bacon in the Southwest District in Hamilton County. Put up inside by Watts for 2.
Example of Chrissy Billiter doing one little thing even though she didn't score a point. Her pass entry on the out-of-bounds play made the basket. Looked one way, quick flick the other.
And that is something she did against Trinity when they started double and triple teaming her late in the contest. When Trinity got frustrated, she was looking for people like Phillips and Watts inside, or Newberry to kick it back outside and run some clock. 3:50 left to go. The lead is 8 right now for Roger Bacon. And Ward will stop and pop. Back of the iron, Watts with a strong board. And Elida, let's see if they're on a roll right now. Here comes Billiter back the other way.
Handles the ball with her head up all the way down the floor, looking for opportunities in the transition game.
And of course, she will play Division I basketball at Bowling Green. And this young lady could, perhaps in a couple of years, Jennifer Phillips is but a sophomore, and she gets 2 inside for Elida. And they whittle that lead now down to 6. And Watts goes for the steal. Who touched it last? Off the hands of Sarah Mueller. It goes back to Elida.
You have to be a very good basketball player to play the last position on a full-court press. Myanda Watts has not been beaten yet. And Cincinnati Roger Bacon, despite the fact they're up by 6, hasn't been beating the press and scoring in transition. It's been the outside shooting in the half-court game. Myanda Watts doing a good job as the last person on that full-court press.
And Roger Bacon takes a timeout. They now have 3 remaining also in this contest. If you look at part of the throng here at St. John Arena, just the first of 4 state championship games you'll see here on Sports Channel. The next one coming your way at 2 this afternoon as Beaver Creek takes on Lakewood. Are you surprised to not see Pickerington in the state championship game in Division I?
Well, I'll tell you, Randy, as a Cleveland area resident, I would be very likely to say I thought Lakewood had them all the way. However, Randy, Pickerington was number 2 in the nation, and they are perhaps the best-known program in the state girls basketball. And yes, I am surprised.
But Faber, Mueller, and Erb, they were tremendous in that semifinal win. And that game was marred by 50 personal fouls as well. So it was quite an active contest for both of those teams. And Hank now out of that state championship game for Beaver Creek. Turns out she has a broken hand. Eddie already down with an injury. So Lakewood losing 2 starters in the last couple of months. We'll see if they can rise to the challenge. But the matter at hand, the Division II state championship game. Watts kicks it out to Locke. She was hot there early. Not this time. And the rebound pulled down strong outside by Ann Schaefer. 3:04 left to go, and Roger Bacon up by 6. Stopping and popping and nailing the tray is Katie Kelsey.
It would be beating a dead horse to talk about the outside shooting of Roger Bacon, Randy. But when you take a look at the fact that they're shooting 50%, 8 out of 16 from three-point range, you can't stress it too much.
Here's a tray by Billiter. In and out, no good. Phillips with the rebound, got it.
Jennifer Phillips keeping Elida in the ball game. They're down by 7. Last 2 baskets have been a result of her efforts.
She's got 5 now in this contest. The lead at 7. You see the time remaining, first half. Inside, nice play defensively by Phillips. That's something she also did in the Trinity game. Great anticipation on the post pass. And really, Samika Randall put on a great show for Trinity, but she didn't have a lot of help in the semifinal. Stopping and popping from way outside is Kelsey. Not this time, out of bounds, and Elida will get it back.
You know, you really can't fault Katie Kelsey for letting one rip from behind the arc. Randy, everything they seem to take has been going in. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it. 3 out of 6 for Katie Kelsey from behind the three-point line.
Here comes Elida with 2:05 left to go, trying to whittle that lead down to 5 or 4. And they call the block inside on Roger Bacon, and Tom Singleton not happy with that call.
Katie Kelsey, who runs the baseline in the 1-3-1 that Roger Bacon throws up as a base zone defense, got caught on the move is Myanda Watts. Katie Kelsey on the move, Myanda Watts there. Kelsey never really did get established. Still the toughest call in basketball, don't you think?
I think so, and a tough call now for Tom Singleton. He's got to take Katie Kelsey out of the contest. She picks up her 3rd foul with 2:02 left to go here in the first half. Probably her last appearance with the team up by 7, and Myanda Watts going to the line.
See, Randy, now the subplots begin to appear. The subplot of Katie Kelsey in foul trouble with 3 in the first half. She has been their leader all season long. She has the ball in her hands 85% of the times. The secondary story now becomes who handles the club as the point guard, the lead guard, with Katie Kelsey on the bench.
The lead down to 5 now, 26-21. This is Gary. We've seen what she can do off the bench on the boards. Back out now to Stacey Salmon, whose brother plays football at Notre Dame. From outside, guess who? Ann Schaefer one more time.
And you know what you tell your second-team point guard when you replace Katie Kelsey? Find out where Ann Schaefer is and get her the ball.
She is on fire from outside. She's got 18 points in the first half, 18 of the 29 for the Lady Spartans, and a reaching foul. And it will go on the aforementioned Ann Schaefer. That will be her second.
Randy, sometimes when things are going so well on the offensive end, you get a feeling you can do anything you want anywhere on the floor. That was a sin of commission by Ann Schaefer. She's feeling so good on the offensive end. Why not take a chance on the defensive end? Gets whistled for the foul. She's really been on a hot streak. She had 14 points in the second half of the game in which they beat Trinity, Randy. And right now, Ann Schaefer has got 18 points. In less than 16 minutes, she has scored 32 points.
Locke looking for point number 8 from the line. Got it with 90 seconds left to go. Elida, even with all this talk, Bill, only down by 6 points right now.
I know you would think that if Elida was ever going to be able to get anything going offensively from some of their high scores, this thing could change very, very quickly.
Bounce pass. Nice entry to Sarah Mueller. Overlooked, I think, because her play has been very strong inside. When Jenny sees a lot of double teams, she can do it offensively. And the offensive foul, speaking of offense, will go on Stacey Salmon. I've got her with 3 now.
First indication of what happens to your offense when your point guard goes to the bench in foul trouble. Stacey Salmon handling the ball. You never notice things like an offensive foul from a point guard until the lead guard is on the bench like Katie Kelsey is in foul trouble.
So Salmon and Kelsey each with 3 now in the first half with 1:05 left to go. Elida a chance to cut the lead now to 4 or 3. Inside, nice lead for Phillips, lost the handle. And here comes Bacon back the other way.
April Gary could be the most important player on the floor right now for Roger Bacon.
And that pass was for her, but she is not 7-2, so we'll go back the other way.
No, she is not. Mistake number 2 from the backup point guard as Stacey Salmon tries to fill the shoes of Katie Kelsey on the bench with foul trouble.
When you get it back, if you're Tom Singleton, do you think about maybe holding onto the basketball for the remaining 30 seconds or so?
Well, you know they can play that way because that's the way they play a lot of the time. They're not a high-scoring offensive team. But right now, they will, Randy. This is a one-shot situation in almost every game.
The foul goes on Alicia Newberry. That is her first, but only team foul number 5 as you take a look at the action inside one more time.
And that was Jenny Mueller on the glass. As far as rebounding goes, she averages about 9 a game.
One of the reasons why she is all-state in Division II. There's time remaining, first half. This is Schaefer on a record pace right now. Inside, Mueller got it!
Randy, you see the difference? Everything thus far has spun off of the absence of Katie Kelsey. With Katie Kelsey in the ballgame, they're shooting from the perimeter. They're nailing threes. Replay here shows you inside game. Gets the girl on her hip, spins to the left. It's tough enough to play a left-hander when you see him every day. If you don't practice against a left-hander, you get a mindset about playing against right-handers. Jenny Mueller to the line, trying to make it a three-point play.
Jennifer Phillips picks up the foul. That's her second. Salmon will check out with her 3 personal fouls from three-point range in this contest. Bacon, 50%, 9 of 18. And Jenny Mueller looking now for a three-point play, while Elida at 2 of 10 from behind the line at 20%.
If I were Roger Bacon, I wouldn't even bother going inside the arc. They're 2 for 7 on two-point field goal attempts. That's only 29%. Take the 3. It's a better, you got the better odds as well as a better percentage.
What's a post player?
Post player is that left-handed girl. It's the first team All-Ohio. This is, you can choose your poison with Roger Bacon. If there's too much from the outside and you concentrate too much on Jenny Mueller, then the Ann Schaefer and Katie Kelsey kill you from the outside. If you concentrate on taking away the threes, dump it into your 19-point-a-game scorer who's a first-team All-Stater, as we saw the last time down the floor for Bacon, and you get hurt that way.
So Gary will pick up the foul. That's her first. The other thing, too, I like about Jenny Mueller, kidding about a post player, she also has the range, Bill, to knock it down from behind the line. Like Kelsey, like Ward, like Salmon, she can nail the tray as well.
When she moves up to the next level, she's going to have to be able to put the ball on the floor. And, as you say, Randy, take it outside.
1 out of 2 from the line. 22 seconds left to go. Bacon with the basketball, up by 7. This is Gary. And Biller is called for the reach-in foul, and for Chrissy, that's her second.
Second of the subplots begins now, Randy. The first one, what does Roger Bacon do with its point guard on the bench? The second, what does Elida do when its first-team All-State player isn't scoring and maybe starting to get a little frustrated? How well does Chrissy Billiter handle the adversity? That's the second of the stories that we'll keep an eye on.
She has 1 point in this first half, does Chrissy, and 2 fouls. And going to the line is Gary. She has yet to score in this contest. Rebound. Mueller. Good position inside by Jenny Nichols. Time remaining first half. You see it lower right. Block loses the handle. Scooped up by Bacon. Will they get off a shot in time? Will Ward see the clock? She takes it to the hoop. Got it! Well, that's the way she ended the first quarter. And Bacon does it one more time. And they widen the lead out to 9 points after 16 minutes of play in the Division II State Championship game. Cincinnati, Roger Bacon 33, Elida 24. Back with more here on Sports Channel right after this. Stay tuned.
With the word staying focused being used by many coaches today, let me say to you, it's absolutely essential that you stay focused on your classroom work. With proficiency testing required for graduation and OHSAA academic requirements, nothing less by you is acceptable. By focusing in the classroom with the same effort as on the playing field, you are increasing your chances for success in life.
BW3, Buffalo, Wild Wings, and WEC is where you want to go for food, fun, and just about anything else. Wings in 10 flavors from teriyaki to curry, from mild to wild to absolutely blazing. Besides the great wings, BW3 has WEC burgers and lots of other terrific stuff. Come in for a happy hour, stay for dinner. BW3, the home of the real wing.
For more than a decade, North Coast basketball camps have been helping girls improve their basketball skills. North Coast offers a variety of day and evening summer camps for girls from grades 4 through 12. The goal of the camps is to provide individualized instruction and intense competition to help players realize their full potential. Each camp is designed by girls coaches with a combined 60 years of girls basketball coaching experience. For more information, contact North Coast Basketball Camps and start your quest of becoming one of tomorrow's top players today.
Welcome back at the half. Roger Bacon leading Elida 33-24 in the Division II State Championship game. I'm Randy Reinhardt along with Bill Needle. And Bill, what an impressive performance by Roger Bacon. We talk up their defense to the nth degree, and it comes out, we do see strong defense from the Lady Spartans, but their shooting from outside has been amazing in the first half.
You would think that Vicky Mock and the Elida Lady Dogs had gotten ready for the Twin Towers, the Twin Mueller Towers, Randy, on the low blocks. And instead, Ann Schaefer, who is the person that is the best outside shooter that Roger Bacon has, Annie Schaefer goes out and shoots 5 out of 6 threes in the first half. And to add insult to injury, if you will, Katie Kelsey goes ahead and shoots 3 out of 5. So it's been the three-point field goals that have made a difference, pure and simple. Randy, you alluded to the fact that the defense has always been good as far as Roger Bacon goes. In their last 2 halves, the second half against West Holmes in the semifinal game, and the first half here against Elida in the championship game, they have held their opponents to 11 out of 44 in terms of field goals. Now, I'm not Roger Bacon as far as math goes, but I do know that 11 out of 44 is 25% field goals, and it's going to be hard to win if you don't shoot better than 25%.
And if you're Elida right now and head coach Vicky Mock, you've got to be a little concerned. You're down by 9, but by the same token, you know that Chrissy Builder will turn it on in the second half. At the end of the half, unofficially, we have her with but 1 point and 2 personal fouls.
Well, Randy, if I'm Vicky Mock at the halftime, I'm not Xing and O'ing at all. This is a team that has won 26 consecutive games. This is a team whose story really is how are they handling the adversity of being down to a very good Roger Bacon team at the half. You can X and O all you want. Sometimes the aspects are a little bit too much attention paid to the X's and O's. What you really have to do in the locker room if you're Vicky Mock is make sure that your first-team All-State player, Chrissy Billiter, knows that she's got another 16 minutes to play and that the game will come to her.
We'll see what happens at the break. Bacon up by 9, 33-24. Back with more here on Sports Channel right after this.
You're in a nightmare filled with monsters that bite, that crawl, that kill. Welcome to Predators of the Wild, an intense journey through a real-life chamber of horrors. From Time Life Video, face creatures so fearsome only the brave dare get close enough to film them. Scenes so close, they will make your skin crawl. Call this toll-free number now and begin your journey to the shadow world with Giant Tarantula, yours for just $9.99. Confront a spider that measures a foot across and has venom so powerful it dissolves its victims from the inside out. Other videos take you deeper into the shadow world. Get Giant Tarantula for just $9.99. Keep only the tapes you want. There's never a commitment to buy. So call now and stare into the eyes of a monster.
To order Predators, call 1-800-449-9900. That's 1-800-449-9900. Or send $9.99 plus $3.49 shipping and handling to Predators, Department 1, Richmond, Virginia, 23280.
We are at halftime of the girls' Division II game between Cincinnati Roger Bacon and Elida, and we are joined by the commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Mr. Claire Mascaro. Mr. Mascaro, beautiful tournament, tremendous energy, great excitement, but it hasn't always been this way for the Ohio High School Athletic Association. What about the beginnings?
Well, Bill, let's go back to 1908. We had our first state championship in track and field, boys, and it was won by Columbus North High School. And incidentally, at that time, we had 30 member schools. 23 of them sent student athletes, and I believe there were 100 participating in that first state event.
And now you have so many schools at the high school and junior high level. What are those enrollment and population numbers?
Well, Bill, we've come a long way since 1908. We have 815 high schools and 860 junior high schools.
And you mentioned that track was the first event. What were the sports that were added? What's the most recent state championship that the Ohio High School Athletic Association has brought into play?
The most recent is girls golf, and prior to that would be girls soccer.
Now, are there things down the road that the association looks forward to incorporating in terms of its competition?
Well, I think in looking at what's coming ahead, boys volleyball, certainly throughout the state, we probably have about 100 schools that are playing that sport now. Once they get to 150, we would add it as a varsity state tournament sport.
Now, the goals of the association are a lot more than simply having championships and tournaments. Today, they're broad ranged. What are some of the intentions of the association?
Well, I think we're strictly about values and integrity, ethics, sportsmanship, dedication, hard work, teamwork. You have to put everything together to really reap the benefits from participation.
Our society changes almost daily, and the association changes along with it. How do you stay up among yourselves with all the things that are going on in contemporary America?
Well, I think that like any organization, you know, we have in-service that we're looking at, continuing looking to see what's happening throughout the country. And naturally, we take a great deal of pride in Ohio, Bill. We're the third largest in the country as far as the number of student athletes participating, and we're fourth largest as far as the number of schools.
He is Claire Mascaro, the commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, joining us here at halftime of the girls' Division II game between Cincinnati Roger Bacon and Elida. We will check in with the second half right after this.
Budgets, like people, come in all shapes and sizes. And when it comes to financing or leasing a new car or truck, you want a plan that fits both you and your budget. And that's what you'll get at your Ford dealer.
Now get 3.9 financing or $750 cash back on special F-150 models. 3.9 financing or $750 cash back on America's best.
So don't be uncomfortable financing or leasing a new car or truck. Your Ford dealer has a plan that'll fit you just right. Making car buying easy. Your Ford dealers are winning Ohio over.
Remember after the accident when I finally got out of the hospital?
We got so far behind in our bills, we didn't know what to do or where to turn.
And nobody would help us out.
But then Steve and Nancy told us about Cashback Mortgage.
They got us the money we need to pay the hospital and all our other bills.
Cashback Mortgage really turned our lives around.
At Cashback Mortgage, you could find out right over the phone how we could help you, even if you've had problems with your credit. Call Cashback Mortgage at 1-800-851-CASH.
They test car batteries here. They test pickup trucks here. And when they test yard machines, they go here, Dave Spivey's house. MTD tractors, chipper shredders, lawn mowers, and edgers tackle the toughest jobs. Look for MTD yard machines at retailers near you. MTD.
Wow! I like it!
MTD yard machines, American-made, American-owned.
As many of you know, there are numerous advantages to participation in interscholastic athletics. For girls and young women, these advantages can be even more significant. Girls who participate in sports are 92% less likely to become involved with drugs, are 80% less likely to have an unwanted pregnancy, and are 3 times more likely to graduate from high school than those who do not participate. The OHSAA and its member school principals believe that participation in athletics for girls is valuable and encourage girls to participate in the sports programs available in their schools.
Welcome back to the Division II State Championship game. Roger Bacon on top of Elida, 33-24, and Bill, in the first half, it was the Ann Schaefer show, 18 points.
6 out of 8, that's all she took, and that's all she made. 18 points for Ann Schaefer. The game goes inside, first time out. I would gamble if I were Vicky Mock that they weren't going to shoot that well from the outside, because if you start to work on the outside, the Mueller sisters are going to kill you.
Sarah had 2 for Bacon to start the second half. Myanda Watts will answer now for Elida, and the lead is back up to 9 at 35-26, and a walk called rapidly on Stacy Salmon. The other thing to touch on is the foul situation. Remember, Salmon and Kelsey each with 3 in this contest for Bacon. You've got Billiter with 2 and Phillips with 2 for Elida.
How well they play with fouls will determine the championship, Randy, because Tom Singleton only plays 7 girls.
That, and we'll see if Chrissy Billiter can get on track offensively in the second half. The defense of Bacon has really shut her down. Only 1 point in the first 16 minutes. Newberry cannot connect. Rebound into the hands of Schaefer.
Roger Bacon has tightened their defense all the way inside the arc. They are defying Elida to shoot from the outside thus far in the second half.
Which is a team, they only hit 35% on the trays on the season. This is Kelsey, hawked by Newberry. And you look at Newberry, 5'3", and she is just a sophomore. She'll be around 2 more years for Elida. So many young players that are stars in this state tournament. As you see, An older player in Jenny Mueller, who's going on to play college basketball, getting 2 inside for the Lady Spartans. Lead up now to 11, the largest in this contest, with 6:38 left to go, third quarter. Roger Bacon came in with a record of 27-0 on this season. They were number 2 in the state. Elida was 25-0 and number 3. Phillips cannot connect inside and over the back. The foul goes on Elida with 6:29 left to go.
Some of the adjustments that we're going to see in the second half, because Roger Bacon is packing their zone in tighter than they did in the first half, there should be a dominance in rebounding, as you see Jenny Mueller with that rebound. Roger Bacon should rebound better than they did in the first half because their defense is packed in a lot closer in the half court.
Phillips picks up a foul and checks out. Nichols comes back in for Jennifer. That is her 3rd in this contest. Salmon has it now for the Lady Spartans with 6:15 left to go. We'll touch on more of those numbers from the first half in just a second. And another foul called inside with 6:14 left to go. Great defense by both teams, but I'll tell you what, Bacon has been on fire from outside, and they showed the ability more than just about any other girls' high school team that I've seen to really be a chameleon and change their offensive and defensive style at the snap of a finger.
Second time down the floor here in the third period, Randy. It's the second time Tom Singleton has had his offense go inside to one of the Mueller sisters on the post. Guessing that Elida would adjust to the outside shooting, they're going to go inside. It looks like Roger Bacon's got the momentum and the tempo.
Schaefer with another 3 from outside. Give her 21 all on trays. And quickly that foul went on Billiter. And for Chrissy, that is her 3rd now in this contest. 6 minutes left to go. 14-point lead for Bacon. Locke will stop and pop, and she'll know a tray with 5:52 left.
Well, that's what Elida has to do, because Roger Bacon's defense is going to tolerate those long shots. And if they go in, then Roger Bacon is going to have to make the adjustment.
Locke now with 11 in this contest. The 3rd three-pointer for Elida, to 10 in this contest for the Lady Spartans. This is Schaefer. Jenny Mueller. Schaefer, she's been red hot. She does it again!
And Schaefer in the first half established a new state record division for 3-point field goals. And Schaefer now has got the white paint out. She's rewriting the record book every time she scores from behind the arc.
Newberry with a strong move to the hoop inside, and she is fouled. Schaefer has been phenomenal. You know, coming into this contest on the regular season, Schaefer was 35% from 3-point range, 37 of 105. She might have that many in this contest before it's over.
Randy, it is a measure of the design of the Roger Bacon offense that she's able to get the shots. Watch how wide open Ann Schaefer is. You're conscious of the Mueller sisters, and Ann Schaefer is set up square to the basket. Great design of offense, good positioning of players on the floor by Tom Singleton.
Alicia Newberry gets her first point in this contest, cutting the lead to 13. Make it 2 for the young lady that shoots 59% from the stripe on the season. And it cuts the margin now to 12 with 5:14 left to go. Third quarter, the Division II state championship game. Glad to have you aboard here on Sports Channel.
I'll tell you what's great about Ann Schaefer as well is she doesn't look for her shots. She takes her shots exactly in the rhythm of the ball game.
Inside, Mueller with 2 more. Jenny doing an outstanding job inside for Roger Bacon. And if you think outside with Schaefer, they kill you inside. There's a Palm will go back the other way, or Salmon, or Kelsey, or Ward, or Gary can come off the bench and get the big rebound.
Well, what did Robert Frost say? Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. I'll tell you, Ann Schaefer's the fire, and the Mueller sisters are the ice.
Roger Bacon just wants it to end right now with a state championship trophy, as the double dribble is called on Salmon. We'll go back the other way. As you mentioned earlier, last year Roger Bacon was 26-2. They lost to Avon Lake in the championship game on a last-second shot. You called that one.
Stacy Pfeiffer, who now plays at Wright State, hit a buzzer beater for the Shore Gals of Andy Manco, and they won the Division II title.
Watts strong to the hoop, and she's fouled with 4:38 left to go.
Fortunately for Elida, a lot of their game is the aggressive offensive moves that result in free throws. In the first half, Elida went to the line a dozen times. They're going to have to get to the line and catch up while the clock has stopped, Randy, because they are not shooting well from the outside.
Tom Singleton looking on as Jenny Mueller picks up her 3rd foul, something for him to be concerned about, even though his team is up by 14. Bacon from the field in his half, 5 out of 5. You see the numbers now on Miranda Watts on the day. Up to 11 now, and cut the lead by 1 to 13 with 4:38 left to go. Randy Reinhardt, Bill Needle, our statistician is Mark Matheny. First of 4 live state championship games you'll see here on Sports Channel. Inside, the shot no good. Rebound put back up by Mueller, and it's Mueller to Mueller. Sarah misses, Jenny there. Obviously, she must clean up after her in the room as well.
It was 2-on-5 that trip down the floor, Randy. The Muellers said, lay back, ladies. We got this one handled, and they did.
And a tough zone now applied by Bacon.
And a lot tighter, Randy. A lot tighter than in the first half. They're making Elida shoot to the outside, and there is a lot of mishandling of balls, etc. that's going on because they're just too packed in. It's all Brian Gold. Look how many brown shirts we see here as the ball goes down to the baseline. Bounce pass in the paint, 1, 2, 3. Look at the way they surround the ball.
And the foul just went on Jenny Mueller. And for Jenny, that is her 4th personal foul. There's a key. Mark that down with 4:08 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Mueller will check out. Launch from Locke outside. No good. A rebound strong inside by Katie Ward.
The fact that Roger Bacon has been here before is going to make a difference, Randy. They're playing under good control. Oh, my goodness.
Not again.
I was going to say, I was ready to go crazy if she hit another one.
She has been on fire. Schaefer has 8 trays in this contest. Billiter will penetrate. She puts it up, but no! They call her for the walk before the shot.
You got to feel for Chrissy Billiter. 1 point in the first half, averages 23 a game. First team Division II All-State. Just not getting it done thus far, but a competitor that she is, she'll make something happen before we're done.
This is Kelsey. Baseline Ward. Watch the spacing again that you were talking about, Bill. They seem to open it up a little bit more now with that larger lead at 15 points, looking for that good shot, which for Schaefer is from 25 feet.
Which is from off the bus.
And Sarah Mueller with 2 from the baseline.
If the outside don't get you, the inside will.
Sarah now with 4 in this contest. The lead up to 17. 3:13 left to go. 3rd quarter. Watts will throw it up. Nichols fighting for the rebound, but she go over the back on that one. I think
yes,
she did with 3:09 left to go, so Jenny will pick up the personal foul.
Jenny Nichols, top player off the bench for Vicky Mauk and the Lady Dogs. You'll see her reach over the top. Myanda Watts missing there. Over the top goes number 50 white, Jenny Nichols.
And pressure now put on by Elida. And here's Katie Ward. She'll bring it back out. 3:02 left to go and put it in the hands of Katie Kelsey. Inside, knocked away by Billiter. Now watch her speed, the length of the court. She has great moves, puts it up, does not connect, but she draws the blocking foul inside. And now Stacy Salmon has 4 personal fouls.
We've seen a nice variety of individual moves from Chrissy Billiter. In the first half, we saw a great stop-and-go hesitation. This time, we saw stutter steps in the full dribble as she came down the floor. Stacy Solomon there on the bench with 3, getting a rest. Chrissy Billiter at the line, where she shoots 74%.
And Gary checks back in now for Solomon. And Billiter will have 1 more. Talk about a great family that she has. You know her father, do you not?
Dave Billiter at Ohio Northern in the early 1970s was a terrific pitcher. And his athletic ability passed down to his daughter Chrissy as well as his son Davey.
Davey is a great athlete, and she also adds that mom Wendy is pretty mean at bingo. 49-32. Bacon with the basketball. 17-point bulge. Ward looking inside for Gary. Thinks better of it and sends it back out to Kelsey. To Schaefer. And look at this. Back of the iron. But she feels it, though, doesn't she? Rebound hunted down by Elida.
And she's not bashful either.
Locke. The lead for Nichols. Too strong with 2:16 left to go, but they say the pass was tipped. So it will stay in the hands of the Lady Dogs. A team that plays in the Western Buckeye League. There's 10 teams. Teams like Lima Bath, St. Mary's Memorial, Salina, and Ottawa Glandorf. That is a hotbed of basketball in that area. Billiter will penetrate. Rebound inside. Nichols draws the foul with 2:09 left to go. Chalk it up on Sarah Mueller.
Nice job by Jenny Nichols, 5'9" senior off the bench. Working in there against the taller timber of Cincinnati Roger Bacon. Jenny Nichols, good hands, takes it right back up. No pump fakes. That's a good way to draw fouls. Sometimes you pump fake, you'll allow a rhythm to get set up. But if you take it right back up, you succeed with your quickness rather than with your guile.
5 team fouls committed by Bacon in the second half. 3 by Elida. Nichols will have another. Nichols, a 5'9" senior who likes math, soccer, and softball. Gets 1 of 2. Jenny Kulick from Canfield had 7 trays in a state championship game. Right now, Schaefer at 8. You know what? I did that state championship game on Sports Channel a few years back. Bill, we've got it covered between the two of us. And a walk called on Bacon. We'll go back the other way.
Roger Bacon's got to make sure they continue to stay in the game and run the offense that they've been running all year long. They don't even have to score. Right now, they just have to keep that clock going, keep Elida off the foul line, and keep ball in their possession. And if you're Elida offensively, what are you looking for right now, besides that tray from Billiter? It's exactly what you're looking for, and you're hoping at the same time, Randy, that 3 gets Chrissy Billiter off the mark.
Full court pressure put on by the Lady Dogs. Ward sees a double team. 90 seconds left. You see lower right in quarter number 3. The lead at 13. Gary needs help. And she's run into by Alicia Newberry, who picks up her 2nd foul. Team foul number 4 in the second half, committed by Elida.
Randy, fatigue is going to start to play into the game as far as Elida is concerned because Roger Bacon spreads the floor so well. The Elida girls are going from one corner to the other in their pressure defense to try and make something happen, trying to generate offense off their defense. Hope that they can stay healthy and with some strength as the game unwinds.
Gary with the frustration foul after missing the shot, and April will pick up her 2nd. Well, same question then about Roger Bacon. Granted, they're up by 13, but you've got 2 players in foul trouble with 4 apiece, and you only play 7. Matt tells me you're stuck with this 5 for right now.
I can go inside, outside with the post players, either of the Mueller sisters, and that'll just keep the offense in a flow.
Billiter with another tray from outside, and she cuts the lead now down to 10 with 1:05 left to go. And Gary nearly has it knocked away, but they call the reach-in foul on Miranda Watts. And for Watts, that's her 2nd.
Randy, you could feel the energy injected into Elida and its fans. Not so much on the first one, but people are starting to think Chrissy is capable of going off on a run. She's hit 2 in a row now.
There was a buzz in St. John on the Elida side, and the folks in orange got more and more excited, and now they're really on their feet after that walk call on the Lady Spartans. We'll go back the other way with 56.5 on the clock in the quarter.
Got to keep the ball in the hands of the girls that have used to having the ball in their hands, and that's Katie Kelsey as far as Roger Bacon goes.
And one bad turn deserves another. And it goes back to Bacon with 49.8 on the clock. There is Vicky Mock looking on. She had her team in the state championship game in 1990 and lost to Garfield Heights Trinity by 10. That was a team that was led by Cindy Baker, who went on to play college basketball at Defiance. Inside. Mueller in and out, no good. Tipped around, fought for. Out of bounds, it goes to Elida. Strong move by Sarah inside.
Randy, this one's getting good. This is a 10-point game. Momentum is already shifted to Elida. Chrissy Billiter has got her jaws set. She's ready to take this one over. And if Elida is smart, they're going to find the ball, and they're going to get it to her.
It is now or never for either team as you see time remaining, 3rd quarter. Billiter goes through the double team. Too strong, weak side. She tries to hunt down her own rebound, and they say that Schaefer was the last one to touch it. So the Lady Dogs will get it back one more time.
Randy, she's graceful. She's a big girl, but she's graceful. She takes the little tiny steps all over the floor, and it looks as though she's gliding.
And one of the quickest first steps you'll ever see. She throws it up as she was fouled with 16.3, and she'll get 2 from the line.
There's your court sense. Chrissy Billiter was in no position to shoot that basketball when she felt the body contact. Watch how out of position she is in the double team, but she feels the contact. She throws it up at the hoop. If it goes in, it's gravy. Her court sense is outstanding.
Katie Ward picks up the foul. That's her 2nd. Bacon now over the limit with team foul number 7. Bacon now has made 11 trays in this contest. The team record is 9. Ironically, that was a game with Avon Lake and Roger Bacon from 1994. 49-40, time remaining, 3rd quarter. And what a collision! And who's going to get that call? It will probably go on the defense and chalk it up to Nichols, but we'll wait and see.
I'm calling it on 50 White, Jenny Nichols, before we see the call. You'll see them meet head on, and here you see it.
And there they go.
For Jenny, that's her second.
I like the way they slide on the floor. You never really notice you're sliding, but it looks so great when you're sliding.
Hey, I tripped doing the open and I hurt my knee. I can't imagine what these girls are doing out there playing 32 minutes, 2 separate times in less than just about 48 hours. Time remaining in the quarter. They need to get off a shot. Knocked away. Sarah Mueller back out to Schaefer. Puts it up. Got it! Oh, what a play by Ann Schaefer. That has been the game in a nutshell. The trays by Roger Bacon, and in particular by Ann Schaefer. After 24 minutes of play, the Lady Spartans still fighting, up by 12. Back with more. The final quarter of the Division IV State Championship game on Sports Channel coming up.
The power, the punishment, the pain. The ultimate sports spectacular. Now you can relive the excitement on home video with Top Rank's greatest knockouts. Volumes 1 and 2. Together on one full-length cassette. Legends like Hagler, Hearns, Arguello, Duran. 22 knockouts that changed boxing history. The courage, the champions, and the cheap shots. This is non-stop action, up close and in your face. Call now to order. The winner by a knockout. Top Rank's greatest knockouts, volumes 1 and 2. Together only $19.98. Don't miss the bell. Call now.
Call now to order Top Rank's greatest knockouts. This video makes the perfect gift. Sorry, no CODs. For fastest delivery, please have your credit card ready. Call 1-800-852-7800. That's 1-800-852-7800 now.
Welcome back. We start the fourth quarter. Roger Bacon on top by 12. Elida in possession, missing from outside. Billiter hunts it down. What a performance, Bill, by Ann Schaefer. She's got 27 points, all on trays.
Her point total over the last 2 games, she's well over 40. She's a good shooter. We knew that. We didn't think she was this good a shooter.
And 17 three-pointers by both teams combined. That shatters the old record of 9 set last year by Avon Lake and Bacon combined. By the same token, Elida is not out of this game. It is only a 10-point ball. But that time, it is Katie Ward nailing it from outside for 2.
Well, Randy, for all the excitement of the third period, as Elida made a bit of a run against Bacon, actually, Roger Bacon extended its lead. They were up by 9 at the half. They were up by 12 at the end of 3.
The downside, though, for Bacon, remember, you've got Jenny Mueller and Stacy Salmon with 4 personal fouls each.
They're playing well in foul trouble. The Bacon girls are playing very well, adjusting to those who are out of the game because of the foul trouble. April Gary is to be credited for that.
And to start the fourth quarter, Jenny is back in there with her 4, and Schaefer tries again from outside. And rebound pulled down strong inside by Watts.
The way Ann Schaefer's shooting the ball, Randy, I'm thinking about the days of Pete Maravich. Give her the ball every time, see how many three-pointers she can make, just to see what would happen. She's having a great day.
It is launched from outside by Locke, not this time. Saved by Watts. Locke had a good first half. Newberry is open for 3. Back of the iron. Ward trying to hunt it down. What a play by Billiter to tip it away, but they called the walk on Elida with 6 minutes left to go, and Bacon gets it back.
Randy, the scoreboard is one thing and the points and the stats are another, but there are things that are done on the floor. Watch Chrissy Billiter hustle to the ball and hit the ball knowing that she's got an advantage under the basket, knowing that Miranda Watts is there. That was by design and not by luck.
And Miranda a little slow getting up, but seems to be okay right now. Getting a talking to from Chrissy Billiter saying, hey, it's now or never. High pass, scooped up nicely by Jenny Mueller. 5:48 left to go. Bacon by a dozen. This is Sarah Mueller. Outside. Kelsey thought about it. Ward will launch. Back of the iron. Rebound into Tricia Locke's hand. And she's had a very good contest silently for Elida in the second half.
Tricia Locke has made the difference in keeping it as close as it is thus far, Randy. Roger Bacon starting to look at the clock and hoping with 5.5 minutes to go roughly that the clock will become a teammate as they get a little bit closer to the Division II title.
That man is thinking state title perhaps in 5:26, but he's not thinking it right now. He knows Elida can come back. Watts misses from outside, and the rebound strong inside by Jenny Mueller. This is Katie Kelsey back the other way. Bacon 27-0. Elida 25-0, number 2 and 3 in the state. Inside Mueller, got it with 5:11 left, and she'll have a chance for one more.
The only time the Roger Bacon defense was out of sync was when Katie Kelsey was on the bench. This play was made for the entry pass from Mueller to Mueller. Roger Bacon's offense sputtered a little bit when Katie Kelsey got into foul trouble in the first half, but when she was in the game, their offense runs like a clock.
Newberry picks up the foul. That's her third in this contest. Elida burns a timeout. That is their second. They have 2 remaining. Roger Bacon 3 left in this contest. Well, I'm going to put you in that huddle right now. You're Vicky Mock. You took the timeout. What can you do to change things right now, down by 14?
First of all, you have to extend your defense to 100%, meaning all the way down the floor. You're not going to be able to get enough possessions to make up a 14-point deficit unless you get some offense from your defense. That's number 1. Number 2, if you get yourself into a half-court set, work what you can work in order to get fouled. It's not an issue of trying to tire out Roger Bacon now. Now it's a matter of keeping the clock stopped. It's also a matter of getting offense off your defense. That's what you've got to do when you're down by 14 with a little bit more than 5 minutes to go.
Roger Bacon, of course, plays in the Greater Girls Cincinnati League. 2 divisions there, the gray and the scarlet. They're in the gray. They won that division with schools like Hamilton-Baden and St. Ursula, and McNicholas and Purcell Marion. And then scarlet has Mother of Mercy and Seton and McCauley and Mount Notre Dame. And that game against Mother of Mercy earlier this year maybe was the biggest for Roger Bacon. That game drew 2,000, and they won that game over Mother of Mercy, always a power in Cincinnati. And Coach Tom Singleton thinks maybe that was the game that really kept the team going and lit the fire for the run to the state championship.
You know, I take a look at Tom Singleton's career record as Jenny Mueller takes a look at the rim. He has, as coach of the girls team, lost 9 games. As PR director of the Atlanta Hawks, they lost that many on a road trip one time.
Jenny Mueller's been on fire in this contest, especially in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field, 8 of the 10 points in this half for Bacon. Billiter can't get the bounce. And Schaefer with the board. She's double teamed. She needs some help. And that is Kelsey coming her way. Ward with the skip pass. Sarah Mueller will put it up off the glass. Her sister tries to hunt down the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds. And the Lady Spartans will get it back with 4:39 remaining.
You know, taking a look at the Mueller sisters, the twins, Sarah and Jenny, you wonder what could possibly be the difference between two, fraternal twins, I guess they are.
Right.
And it is simply a matter of quickness. Jenny is a tad quicker than Sarah, and therein is the difference between the two as far as I'm concerned.
And one is left-handed, the other is right-handed too. Billiter misses inside, Watts with the rebound. That one is short, and a strong board inside, pulled down by Sarah Mueller. Coming back the other way is Katie Kelsey. She will play basketball at Northern Kentucky. Inside, Jenny Mueller on fire in the second half.
Weak side help didn't even get over there. I think Elida is a little bit stunned there at the point of breaking. Let's see how tough the young ladies from Elida are as the clock works down.
Nice lob inside for Watts, and the foul goes on Sarah Mueller. A nice pass inside, kind of mesmerized everybody, and it was uncontested, and the foul goes on Sarah Mueller. That's her second.
Myanda Watts does a nice job holding Sarah Mueller off and keeping the inside position sealed, and that's why the lob pass was able to work.
Watts, a 5'9" senior, has done a great job for this team, averaging nearly 15 a contest. She had a great game in that district final. You talked about it against Canton Central Catholic. 31 points, 14 rebounds, and as you alluded to, the hoop that really won that game for them. And in the semis against Trinity, 17 points and 12 rebounds. Lead at 14 right now with 3:56 left to go. Jenny Mueller inside, unselfishly gives it to somebody she knows pretty well for 2.
What a great feeling to be able to go through the rest of your life with your twin sister knowing what you've shared, you know?
Must be an amazing feeling, especially to know that these two compete in just about everything, and they're very good about it, too. They get along really well. They enjoy the competition of athletics, and Coach Tom Singleton said these are two that will excel no matter what they do the rest of their life.
Randy, to me, that is the most fun of the high school tournaments here at St. John Arena, is knowing that for many of these people, what goes on that we're describing could very well be something they'll remember for the rest of their life, perhaps the high point of their whole life.
But remember, too, if it doesn't go your way, it's only 5% of your entire life, too, and there's a lot of things to do out there. But this is the most exciting 5% you'll ever see with 3:22 left to go. Bacon up by 16 with the basketball. Now do you get a little more deliberate if you're Tom Singleton?
Absolutely. And that's exactly what Bacon's doing, unless you get wide open on the baseline.
Backdoor cut is there for Sarah Mueller. Look out now. The lead is 18. They're starting to put the lights on the dimmer here at St. John Arena. Sarah now with 8 in this contest. Lock outside. Billiter. You can just sense she wants to try to create something, but there's a triple team awaiting her. She still gets it up. Tipped around. Watts will put it up. It is short. Rebound inside by Mueller. Mueller's done a great job playing in there, Bill, with 4 personal fouls.
This is a very impressive team, Randy. They are so well coached. They don't get anywhere out of position on the floor. They stay within the places they're described and ascribed to be. And there you see Katie Kelsey take it. She's player of the year in volleyball, wasn't she?
Yes.
Wasn't she Ohio player of the year in volleyball?
Yes, on top of that, she was first team in the league down there and player of the year. That's the thing, too. You've got so many 2-, 3-sport athletes here, and you see the cream of the cream. They are all state in 2 different sports. Take a look at this play one more time.
Great quickness to get through the defense. You can see her put the spin on the ball. That comes from playing a lot of basketball, knowing how to spin them. Katie Kelsey got it up on the right point of the glass.
But she can't convert from the line on the 1-and-1. Billiter back the other way, and she draws a foul with 2:27 left to go.
I tell you, although she simply drew a foul, Chrissy Billiter's athletic ability was brilliantly evident there. Stutter step to a crossover, found the open spot, was able to penetrate and get down the lane. She'll go to the line for a pair of free throws, but why she's at the line says a lot about her basketball ability.
Schaefer with 9 points in the second half. Jenny Mueller has 10 points and 6 rebounds. That's the story for Bacon as they widen that lead out to 18 as Billiter cannot convert. And dare Schaefer think about it. No, not up by 18 with 2:15 left to go.
The reason the Elida press just hasn't been able to create too much havoc today, Randy, is that once the ball went to one side and Roger Bacon was able to get it down to one side, the back side was a little bit tired. And he had a little bit of trouble catching on the other side of the floor, taking away the layup.
Sarah Mueller brings it back out to Schaefer. The other thing, too, is Bacon throws the skip pass better than just about anybody I've seen in the state tournament.
Well, they're big, and they're strong. They're big girls, and they're strong girls as well.
See time remaining, and Billiter will reach in and commit the foul with 1:47 left to go. Tom Singleton wants an intentional foul. He does not get it. And another point we should mention about Tom Singleton, I thought about bringing this up. I guess I will anyway, and we'll see. Tom has kind of kidded the last couple of years about maybe stepping down as the head coach. He says, oh, I'm getting older. He said, you know, when I started this game, I had hair like Elvis Presley. And now he says he has a few openings on his skull.
Well, I'll tell, on behalf of all of the coaches who have walked away when they weren't sure if they wanted to, you really end up missing it. You really end up missing it once you walk away from coaching.
Schaefer cannot convert, but the Lady Spartans come down with a rebound. Outside, Kelsey is hawked and a foul called with 1:41 left to go in this contest. Chalk it up to Alicia Newberry. That will be her 5th, and she will check out of this contest. But she is just a 5'3" sophomore, averaging 5 a contest. She'll be back. The emotions of a team that makes it all the way on the long run to St. John Arena and comes up just 1 step short.
You know, I thought a lot about the tears that are shed when a team loses in a tournament, and I'm not so sure that it isn't the release of the tension as much as it is the sadness. It's just everything is built up, and the tears come out. Sure, you're sad that you lost, but boy, you have so much tension and energy built up over the course of a month that the tears come out that way, and that was classic Chrissy Billiter.
And to the grind of playing 2 top teams in less than 48 hours has to really take its toll on you emotionally as well.
Stress.
And Billiter will pick up the foul with 1:26 left to go in this contest for Elida.
There will be more basketball for Chrissy Billiter. Headed to Bowling Green. Another 4 years of competition to look forward to. She's hanging her head now. She has no reason to.
She checks out with 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. An outstanding career, the all-time leading scorer in school history first team All-State. That says it. Chrissy Billiter is a class act and will be long remembered at Elida. Kelsey will have one more from the line, and now the subs come in for Bacon. First coming in is Katie Gutzweiler, a 5'5 senior, and checking out is Katie Ward. It'll be a fun time on Vine Street down in St. Bernard tonight, and tomorrow, and Monday as well. Lead is 18. Just over a minute 20 left to go in this contest. Nichols has it. He's been good off the bench and gets 2 more inside for Elida. He's got 7 now in this contest. Jenny Mueller, not this time. You sense right now that Coach Tom Singleton is going to bring him in one at a time and give his star players a chance to get their standing ovation here at St. John Arena.
And does he leave Annie Schaefer for last?
I think so. After the performance she has shown us, if you're just joining us, Schaefer has been outstanding. She has 27 points. She is 9 out of 15 from 3-point range. She also has an assist in this contest. Lauren Clark will come in, and no, it is Ann Schaefer going out right now, and watch this hug she gets from Tom Singleton. That'll send goosebumps up and down your spine. What a performance. 9 3-pointers, setting an all-time record here for the girls in state championship history. She likes swimming and shopping. Well, she should be allowed to go out and shop anywhere she wants to on Sunday after this performance. A 3-year starter. She had 14 points in that win in the semifinals over West Holmes. She has done the job along with Jenny Mueller in this contest for Roger Bacon.
These games are the athletics at their purest, Randy, and the emotions are also at their purest. The joy that the Roger Bacon girls are expressing now, all the hours of practice and the floor burns and the sweat, finally rewarded in the last game that a lot of these girls will ever play.
40.3 seconds left to go. Another sub now checking in for Roger Bacon as Jenny Mueller will check out of this contest. And what a high school career she has had. And in her senior season, she gets the award that she wants, a state championship here at St. John Arena.
Well, by my recollections, Randy, that leaves the last of the seniors, the last of the starters. Katie Kelsey will be honored as the final Roger Bacon state champion senior to come off the floor. And she knows it. She had a big grin on her face. She knows it means something to be the last one off.
And, you know, maybe she's one of the main reasons they're here, too, that we didn't touch on because of her defense against Mindy Fusetti of Tays Valley, a girl that was averaging 25 a contest. She held Mindy down to just 8 points in that game. 29.4 left to go. It's academic here as Roger Bacon up by 16. We'll watch Katie Kelsey now leave the court. And Stacy Salmon, a 5'6 junior with 4 fouls, will check back in. And the celebration continues in earnest now along the far side. Meanwhile, dejection for Elida. They came so far. And, you know, it's got to be tough, too, Bill, when you knock off a team that was #1. Some thought Trinity was invincible. They beat Garfield Heights in the semifinal, but they come up just short here in the state championship game.
And, Randy, I would put to rest thoughts of an emotional letdown after the Trinity victory as well. Cincinnati Roger Bacon was simply outstanding today. Their outside game with Ann Schaefer, phenomenal. Their inside game with both of the Mueller twins was a terrific counterpunch to the great outside shooting of Schaefer and Kelsey.
Lauren Clark was fouled on the play by Nikki Hafey. And Salmon now will check out. And she is replaced by Katie Ballinger, a 5'6 sophomore. And there's a happy group for Roger Bacon. Well, it's ironic and maybe appropriate now that I think about it that on our breakfast menu here, we start out with some bacon frying early in our 4 state championship games on Sports Channel. Don't forget, coming up at 2 o'clock, it'll be the Division I title tilt. Beaver Creek and Lakewood. Closing seconds, winding down now. Elida with the basketball. But the championship will belong to Roger Bacon. It is theirs. The Lady Spartans go through the season unblemished, 28-0. And Cincinnati, Roger Bacon is your state champion in Division II. Quite a celebration right now at midcourt. And you think about everything that goes into a season like this, Bill, all the work, all the emotion. You hate to see it come down to just one team getting the awards. But the way Roger Bacon has played, both defensively and offensively today, they certainly merit being the top team in the state in Division II.
Roger Bacon was sensational, and they deserve every piece of joy, every feeling that they have. A terrific job by Tom Singleton and the Lady Spartans of Roger Bacon.
And we are getting rocked right now by the Bacon crowd. They are happy. They win the state championship game. Back with more of the ceremonies here honoring Bacon and Elida right after this here in the Division II state championship game on Sports Channel.
Coast Basketball Camps offers an invitational scouting camp for girls in grades 9 through 12. Players compete in 3 5-on-5 games per day in varsity and junior varsity divisions. The emphasis is on intense competition, and college coaches attend each session. Players also get instruction in advanced offensive techniques and receive a professional evaluation at the conclusion of the camp. Call North Coast Basketball Camps now and be a member of a winning team.
Discover the amazing training secrets of America's finest baseball school with Dynamic Practice Organization, a revolutionary new instructional videotape. Dynamic Practice Organization features professional scout and instructor Tommy Mansky with his famous building block approach to athletic training. This exciting instructional videotape features the same drills, techniques, and methods that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Dynamic Practice Organization makes any coach look like a genius and organizes offensive and defensive practices that players of all ages and ability levels can't wait to attend. And immensely improves team communication skills and even conditioning. This is the instructional video that's a winner. To order your copy for only $29.95, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-282-5020. The Dynamic Practice Organization teaching video makes a great gift, too. Call now 1-800-282-5020.
Great cars, great deals. It's a great time to see your Lincoln Mercury dealer.
And at this price, it's a great time to get an all-new Mercury Mystique and the perfect time to lease Mystique. With special savings available for this month only, Mystique offers an extensive list of standard features, 5-passenger seating, dual airbags, and the best highway mileage of any car in its class. And you'll get it all plus special red carpet lease savings if you see your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
Time is money, so see your Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
BW3, Buffalo, Wild Wings, and WEC is where you want to go for food, fun, and just about anything else. Wings in 10 flavors from teriyaki to curry, from mild to wild to absolutely blazing. Besides the great wings, BW3 has WEC burgers and lots of other terrific stuff. Come in for a happy hour, stay for dinner. BW3, the home of the real wing.
Welcome back to St. John Arena. Roger Bacon, your champion in Division II, and right now, Commissioner Claire Mascaro is presenting the runner-up trophy to Elida, a team that wound up the season at 25-1. Let's hear what Commissioner Claire Mascaro has to say to the runner-up team, the Lady Dogs from Elida, coached by Vicky Mock. They had a great run. They knocked off Trinity in the state semifinals. Apparently they're having microphone problems with Commissioner Claire Mascaro as he congratulates everyone from Elida for an outstanding season. And Bill, you hate to see that happen to either team, as we said, but Elida did such a great job all season long, and Vicky Mock honored as being the co-coach of the year in Division II with Jack Van Reeth out of West Holmes, and nothing to take away from the performance today by the Lady Dogs, but Roger Bacon simply the better team on this day.
You are correct, sir. When both teams come in undefeated, Elida at 25-0, Roger Bacon at 27-0, they were going to play here until somebody lost, and that was the inevitability of a matchup of undefeated teams. It hasn't happened all year long until now for Elida, and yet they have nothing to be ashamed of. A terrific upset of a nationally ranked team in Trinity, and a nice effort against a team that wasn't going to lose to too many ball clubs today. Not with the way Ann Schaefer came out shooting, the good outside shooting.
Commissioner Mascaro now has his microphone working right now. I think we can pick up his congratulations to Elida, the runner-up team in Division II for 1995.
We started tournament play 4 weeks ago. We had about 200 teams in Division II, and here you are playing in a championship game, and you are to be congratulated. And as I look at all the orange and black all around the arena, I see nothing but pride. Not only through your play, but the way you conducted yourself and your character and sportsmanship. They're so very proud of you. And on behalf of our Board of Control, our staff, and all our member schools, I consider it a privilege as a commissioner to give you this trophy, Division II State Runner-Up Girls Basketball, 1995. And the Lady Spartans, what a tremendous season you've had. Regular season, undefeated, and you've done what anyone who's ever been involved in athletics would like to do. Undefeated in the regular season and be undefeated in the tournament series. And when you've done that means you have earned the right to be called state champion. And in front of all the Spartan fans back at Roger Bacon, and all the pride as we look at them smiling, and they're just so proud of you. And then again, on behalf of our Board of Control, our staff, and our member schools, again, as Commissioner, it's a real privilege for me to give you this trophy. You've earned it. State champion, Division II, 1995, girls basketball.
On its feet. Bill, as time permits. We'll look at the final numbers for this contest, and you can talk about anything you want to, but you really have to talk about the three-point shooting of Roger Bacon. Phenomenal, setting all types of records here in the state championship game.
We have talked about that, Randy. We take a look at that field goal percentage of 48% for Roger Bacon. That's 25 out of 52. I'll give you one stat that will tell you all you need to know about how good Roger Bacon was today and how well coached they have been by Tom Singleton. There were 25 baskets made, 21 assists. That means the ball was moving from player to player. That means the ball was moving to the right spot on the floor. You're going to make shots, you're going to miss shots. But when you get the ball to the right spot on the floor and you go 21 assists for 25 baskets, you have played as good a game as you can play.
Roger Bacon has been famous for many things down through the years. A great basketball team for the boys in the 80s. Jamie Mahaffey of Miami fame went there. And of course, Tommy Kramer, former Tribe pitcher, went there as well. But right now, their claim to fame, Division II state champs in girls high school basketball. They're victorious over Elida, 64-58. Back with more here on Sports Channel right after this.
The BBC, Turner Broadcasting, and Time Life Video dare you to take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. The gripping, award-winning nature video series that exposes the struggle to survive through uncensored, shocking photography. Join acclaimed naturalist David Attenborough for a close encounter with raw nature. See the thrill of the hunt and the strategy of the kill, the relentless drive to continue the bloodline, and the miracle of birth. Call now and receive Hunting and Escaping for $9.99 and see why the law of the jungle is kill or be killed. If it captures your interest, you can get other videos about every other month. Each tape explores the harsh realities of survival in the animal world. Take a walk on the wild side with Trials of Life. Call now to order Hunting and Escaping and find out why we call them animals.
To order your Trials of Life video, call 1-800-850-4400 or send $9.99 plus $3.49 shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
Welcome back to St. John Arena. The Division II state championship game is history. Roger Bacon, your champion, getting by Elida 64-48, avenging their loss in the championship game to Avon Lake last year. I'm Randy Reinhardt along with Bill Needle. And Bill, we touched on the performance by Bacon, but Elida has nothing to be ashamed of at all by their performance here in the state championship game.
No, Randy, they came in undefeated. They had a great season. A highlight certainly to get to the final game is the upset of nationally ranked Garfield Heights Trinity. They ran into a Roger Bacon team that was hitting on every possible cylinder that they brought to the gym. Ann Schaefer pulled the defense out with outstanding three-point shooting, 6 out of 8 in the first half. Adjustments at halftime, well, what can you do if you're Elida? Take away the three-point shots. In the second half, it was the double low post to the Mueller twins, Sarah and Jenny Mueller, and then the game went inside for Roger Bacon. It was a time for Roger Bacon when everything was right. Elida has nothing to be ashamed of, and Roger Bacon has quite a bit to be proud of.
Those two memories, the loss by Trinity and, of course, the win by Roger Bacon will always stay etched in my mind here in Division II. And don't forget Division I coming up just around the corner. We'll be live at 2 o'clock as Beaver Creek takes on Lakewood right here at St. John Arena. Bill's going to stick around and Mrs. Tea Time for that one. Stick around after that for 2 more championship games, Division IV and III, also live right here on Sports Channel. Our final score one more time in the Division II state championship game. Roger Bacon victorious over Elida 64-48. For Bill Needle and Mark Matheny, I'm Randy Reinhardt. So long, everybody, from St. John Arena. The preceding has been an exclusive presentation of Sports Channel. The Lady Spartans reign in Division II. So long, everybody.
Stroke. It's our nation's 3rd leading cause of death. That's why you should know the warning signs. These people did, and they're among the 3 million Americans who are alive today after having a stroke.
outside Phils. Phils drives under the basket. Reverse layup.
Before he became a great ball handler, Bobby Phils